India Juliet Delta, Bankstown Tower, runway left, cleared for takeoff.
Bankstown ground, India Juliet Delta on Lima with information Charlie, request taxi for a crosswind departure.
India Juliet Delta, Bankstown ground, taxi holding point Charlie, runway 11 left.
Taxi holding point Charlie, runway 11 left, India Juliet Delta. Alright, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. That's my very first flight vlog on the channel, so...
Sierra Foxtrot Alpha is on Lima 2 POB. Received information Charlie, request taxi and airways clearance to Cessna via Richmond.
As you can hear, I'm at Bankstown, so just done my run-up checks. Just touch on the point as a disclaimer that this is not an instruction lesson. I am still a student working towards my CPL. So yeah, it's for entertainment purposes only. But today you can see I've got a life jacket on. So we're doing a harbour, hopefully getting clearance to do a harbour scenic, and then flying down Victor 1 at 500 feet down the coast. So a beautiful flight over what I think is one of the best cities in the world, especially to fly over. And hopefully we can capture some of that footage for you, and you enjoy it. So yeah, let's depart Bankstown. Bankstown Tower, India Juliet Delta, ready at holding point Charlie, runway 11 left for a crosswind departure.
India Juliet Delta, Bankstown Tower, runway left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 11 left, India Juliet Delta. Nothing on final. Fine, but we'll always use the maximum amount of runway that we can. And once we're lined up here, we will go full throttle. Static RPM is good, airspeed's alive.
Media 28, cleared visual approach, main pad, cleared to land.
Clear visual approach, main pad clear to land. Media.
And rotate speed. And just let it fly. Welcome to the sky. There's one for the Ludix aviation fans. Okay, 500 feet.
Bankstown Tower, Papa India Echo at 2RM 1500, inbound with information Charlie.
Papa India Echo, Bankstown Tower, join final runway 11 left, report work farm.
Join final runway 11 left, report work farm, Papa India Echo.
So keep the climb going. Yeah, a little bit of weather today, clouds at about 3,000, so it's only meant to be a bit of light rain, so not a bad day to do a Victor 1 at 500 feet. Hopefully we'll get some clearance into the harbour, scenic, but if not, should still be a pretty cool flight, which I'm sure a lot of students here will enjoy the first time they do it. And I'll...
Bravo, Delta Golf, runway left, cleared to land.
Runway left clear to land, Bravo.
Clear that, and our next frequency.
Sydney Centre, Alpha Sierra Alpha Duchess, 1 nautical mile to the north of Camden, request Richmond, Scone via Richmond as per flight plan.
Oh, look at that trimming. Woo! Coming up to Parramatta, our next heading, 034.
Alpha Sierra Alpha, you haven't had a change of plan, have you? Change of aircraft, have you?
No, Alpha Sierra Alpha.
Alright, stand by.
Here we go, there's Parramatta for you.
And X-ray Lima Victor is maintaining 7,300, request flight level 140.
X-ray Lima Victor, expect clearance in the box, stand by for change.
X-ray Lima Victor.
Sydney Terminal, India Juliet Delta, request.
India Juliet Delta Centre.
Currently tracking 4 miles to the west of Longreef, request Harbour Scenic, 1,900 feet.
India Juliet Delta, stand by. India Juliet Delta, score code 3477, remain clear of Class Charlie airspace.
Squawking code 3477, remaining clear of Class Charlie, India Juliet Delta.
Station Fulton, Caravan Extra Lima Victor is 4 minutes parachute drop, flight levels 140, obey the field, all stations full.
India Juliet Delta identified, verify level.
1,700, descending 1,500 over Long Reef, India Juliet Delta.
India Juliet Delta, contact departures 123.0 for clearance.
Contact 123.0, India Juliet Delta.
Zulu with you on the Harbour Bridge 5, just coming up on us out, onwards South Harbour, Manly sector.
X-ray Whiskey, Zulu departures identified, clear South Harbour, Manly sector, and traffic shortly will be India Juliet Delta Cherokee at Long Reef, tracking for the Harbour Scenic.
Cover fixed bank for the Scenic and cleared South Harbour, Manly sector, X-ray Whiskey Zulu.
Sydney Centre, India Juliet Delta over Long Reef 1,500.
India Juliet Delta departures, clear Harbour Scenic 1, Sydney QNH is 1024, and traffic is X-ray Whiskey Zulu Robinson 44 helicopter, and they'll be operating around the harbour, not above 1,500.
A-firm on the traffic, India Juliet Delta, Harbour Scenic 1, cleared.
India Juliet Delta, confirm the QNH 1024.
Yeah, confirming 1024, India Juliet Delta. Right.
Let's go, contact Brisbane Centre 132.35.
Let's go push 132.35, connect.
Okay, so just maintain 1,500. All the way into the Harbour Scenic.
21, turn right, heading 260. India Juliet Delta, do you have the helicopter in sight? You're 12 o'clock right to left?
Look at the traffic still, India Juliet Delta.
X-ray Whiskey Zulu, that traffic's out, you're 9 o'clock now.
Yeah, I've got him, so Whiskey Zulu, okay, clear.
X-ray Whiskey Zulu.
Traffic in sight, India Juliet Delta. We're conducting 2 orbits and heading out to Manly.
India Juliet Delta.
Look at that. Has to be one of the most beautiful cities in the world to fly over. A bit of a wind too. Have a look at that bridge. Woohoo! And it's remain clear of Garden Island there, descending a little bit. And tracking Manly. India Juliet Delta, tracking towards Manly 1,500 feet, requesting descent into Victor 1 South on arrival.
India Juliet Delta, once you're east of the coast, you clearly leave control area descending. Requirement to be established OCTA by South Head.
Established OCTA by South Head, India Juliet Delta. Here's the fun part, descending from 1,500 down to 500 feet to fly coastal. So we come out of a Harbour Scenic at 1,500 feet. And then we need to make a descent down to 500 before we join Victor 1 at South Head to track south along the coast. Victor 1 traffic, India Juliet Delta, descending at North Head for Victor 1 South. Currently 800 feet, descending to 500, Victor 1 traffic. As beautiful as it is, you have to keep an eye out for traffic at all times in Victor 1. It's a very busy VFR lane. Okay, power up. Need to have traffic passing on your left, so when you're heading south, try and hug the coast a little bit closer, and when you're coming back up north, hang out off the coast a little bit. But here's Sydney Heads. Got North Head that we've just passed, and we're coming up to South Head here, which is where we need to be established at 500 feet, which we currently are. But what an absolutely beautiful flight. Like I said, one of the best cities in the world to fly over, I think. The only one I've flown over myself personally, but it still has to be up there. Look at those cliffs and that view. Bending a little bit, you keep a really close eye on your altitude. 500 being both the lowest level and the highest level to maintain clear of the Mascot airspace above us. There's a little bit of tolerance, but definitely keep an eye out. Look at that, soccer fields on the edge of the cliff, huge mansions, and then we come around to Bondi Beach, world famous Bondi Beach. So we can't fly coastal at Bondi, you have to go from the northern point here and cut across. So there it is. Victor 1 traffic, India Juliet Delta, Victor 1 south, tracking south, sorry, just south of Bondi Beach. Victor 1 traffic. Beautiful bays and beaches. I feel like I'm on a tour. Out to your right side, beautiful beaches. Out to your left, New Zealand. P's and P's all in the green, looking good, fuel pressure's good, plenty of fuel in the tank. You want to make sure that everything's set up before get into Victor 1 so you can just maintain a really good visual lookout. Aircraft don't always follow the rules, especially coming back north. Everyone likes to hug the coast. And just make sure you're making a few announcements on the way. We made one entering, we made one just south of Bondi, and we'll make another one. Seems pretty quiet on the radio, so hopefully that's a good thing. And we're just coming around towards Botany Bay. We're on the northern side of Botany Bay. You can see the port there, you can see Mascot Airport in the distance. Nice golf course there, just on the edge of Botany Bay. I don't play golf, so you'll have to excuse me. I have no idea which golf course that is. Apparently we have thousands of golf courses in New South Wales. Look at this, there's the entry to Botany Bay. Victor 1 traffic, India Juliet Delta, tracking south at Botany Bay, Victor 1 traffic. See the walks along the cliffs there? Beautiful walks around Sydney and all the different heads. If you get a chance, definitely recommend it. As we come around Kurnell here, and we'll hug the coast in and around Cronulla. And this is where a low step is coming into Mascot. So sometimes you'll have some fairly heavy jets taking off or landing close by, but it doesn't seem we're going to get any at the moment or today. See in the distance the runways, I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up, but passing Mascot. Hopefully we can get a flight into Mascot one day for the channel in a small GA aircraft. Look at that water, that's beautiful. No traffic. Very quiet today. Which is what we want. And then over Cronulla, there's Cronulla and Shark Island if you're into surfing. We're one of the heaviest waves in the country when it's working, when we've got a bit of swell around. Victor 1 traffic, India Juliet Delta, 500 feet, Gibbon Point southbound, Victor 1 traffic. So it did take a little bit longer to depart today. I was hoping to get down to Shell Harbour and back, but I think what we'll do is let's make a 180-degree turn here, and we'll fly back up Victor 1 and back into Bankstown. Look at those clears, what an amazing flight. That's Wanda Beach, I believe. Absolutely beautiful part of the world. Victor 1 traffic, India Juliet Delta, Gibbon Point, turning 180 degrees to come back up northbound 500 feet. Victor 1 traffic. As I was saying, you don't want to hug the coastline too closely when you're heading northbound on Victor 1. And just maintain a really good lookout for traffic. Both myself and a couple of other pilots that I've spoken to have had close calls along here. So Victor 1 traffic, India Juliet Delta, northbound, just north of Botany, Victor 1 traffic.
So I'm in the middle of editing this video and just thought I'd jump in here to let you know that we did have a few technical issues. Being the first flight vlog, I was expecting a couple, but the last view we had remaining was this one for the remainder of the flight, and we had batteries die on both the camera recording the cockpit audio and the 360 camera that was mounted on the window. So what we did, we returned back up the VFR lane at 500 feet, got to Longreef, climbed back up to 1,500, into the VFR lanes into Bankstown via Prospect Reservoir, and then this is the landing, which I'll let you watch now and we can have a quick chat afterwards. Okay, so you can see that the landing, we had a bit of wind shear right towards the threshold there, so threw a little bit of a spanner in the works for a great landing. It still was a fairly smooth landing. We went off the center line. I went off the center line a little bit, which at the time I would have rather just be off the center line a little bit and have a smoother landing than try and force it that low to the ground to stay onto the center line. But yeah, all in all, there was a few little issues that I had personally with the flight. I'm sure you noticed them with the radio calls and things coming into the Harbour Scenic. My intentions with these videos is to leave those sorts of things in so that you can learn from them, so that the trolls on the internet can have fun in the comments section. But yeah, look, mainly with these flight vlogs, if you've got any suggestions on other flights you want me to do, please leave them in the comments below as well. But yeah, I'll keep uploading. We'll work on those technical issues and hopefully these flights will get better and better. Hope you enjoyed this one. There's more on the way. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider it. And I'll see you in the next one. Boom.